Hello, lovely, wonderful people of the internet. Welcome to a new episode here of the FIFA 22 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. It's episode number 187 on this lovely Sunday, the day of rest. I hope you guys are having a nice chilled out one and not getting up to too much. Just, recharging them batteries and all of that good stuff. Yeah, I hope you're all well. If you do me a favour at the start of the episode, that'd be amazing. Little thumbs up button will go a long way for me. 3,000 likes would be ideal. So thank you for your wonderful, wonderful, wonderful support. I love you all for it. And don't forget, of course, to subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. So there's going to be some stuff that we do at the start of this episode. Again, I'll skip through it because it's a live FUT friendly and they're not the most enjoyable to watch. But after we got the Mkhitaryan SBC done last week, I realised to myself that I needed Tammy Abraham. I think that would be like an ideal striker for me on this game. But I didn't have any English players, and that was sort of one thing you really needed to do to unlock him. So I went out and bought myself this little Jack Grealish FUT birthday version. You kill two birds with one stone. One, I get to try and unlock Tammy, and two, I get to try out a FUT birthday card that I'm quite interested in. Maybe if he's good enough, goes into the starting 11. So that's exactly what we did. We're just going to play him on 7 chem up top. And essentially, it was just a case of get the ball to Mkhitaryan or Di Lorenzo because they're Serie A. Assist it to Grealish, who could score the goal. And in an ideal world, get a 1-0 rage quit. Get that done. It took me 1 hour and 4 minutes, I think it was, to get the entire Tammy Abraham objective done. Whilst the boys were watching Southampton versus Newcastle in the background. I was just sort of turning my head and watching the goals as they went in, but then most of the time just focusing on getting my objective done. So that was it was good times at the Footwiz HQ, and that's what we ended up getting done from it. So yeah, I was pleased to get this guy done in literally just about an hour. That to me was going to take a lot longer when I was looking at those objectives. So I'm super happy that it wasn't too long and that a lot of people played ball and quit. There were some people that didn't, maybe only a couple of times, I guess, because it literally took us an hour. But another token and then yet another token received. So we've got 2 more added to the list, which is good. I think those 2 maybe put me at like the 9 tokens that I said I was sort of at. I got like 4 or 5 to go till I can get the fodder pack done. But welcome to the club, Tammy Abraham. This is 6'5", 5-star skills, really good pace, dribbling, shooting, and physical. Right, that might be my ideal, dream striker for at this moment of the RTG, knowing that a lot of my playstyle has switched to now whipping that ball into the box and getting a header either with my striker or my wide cam. So I've got a big guy to play up top in Tammy Abraham. It can push Cantona out to the wide cam. We'll have on one side Mkhitaryan and Pele just doing the skills and the dribbling and stuff. And then on the other side, the big beasts, both with 5-star skills though, that can hold their own in terms of pace and dribbling, but also have that aerial threat, which I've been getting a lot of success from and unapologetically scoring lots of goals from. All right, so that is that's like how I see my team lining up. It's certainly going to be my front 4 for this weekend league, and then I'm going to make a defensive change as well, which you'll probably, I think you'll quite like. So anywho, let's go ahead and open up the little reward packs that we got. I don't think we really get anything from this, but essentially it's just going to fill the club up with a little bit more fodder, so I can't really complain. But yeah, a lot of it was just sort of silvers popping up in the packs, which means that the golds that we get in there are not exactly going to be world beaters, but we can't really complain. So at the moment, I'm sat at nearly 400,000 coins, just a little bit shy, maybe 10 or 11k short. And I've got myself a tradable Di Lorenzo in the club and a tradable Nuno Mendes in the club, which is, that's quite a considerable amount of coins. And I also had this Jack Grealish, of course. I can sell him on now. He actually performed pretty well. Obviously, I was completely forcing the ball to him, but he felt good on the ball. Being able to shoot on both feet is decent as well. It would have just been amazing if they'd have given him 5-star rather than 4-star skills. But you can't have it all, right? So, yeah, I enjoyed him, and I sold him for, I guess I sort of broke even. Maybe I lost a little bit on tax on him or something, but was good fun to use for that 1 hour. And, yeah, welcome Tammy Abraham. I think a finisher on him is exactly what's needed. I know he's already fast, and let's just try and get the agility and balance up. Let's try and get the actual finishing and position stats up, because then we've got all we can possibly need to get ourselves goals with this man. So, yeah, that is essentially the chem style that I'm going to go for him. And then I also wanted to make that change in defence. So is it about time I went out onto the market and picked somebody up? Well, we can sell Jack Grealish, 135. He's gone. Back up to over 500,000 with tradable Nuno Mendes and tradable Di Lorenzo in the club. But this is the man. So essentially, I now know in hindsight that I've made an error. I paid 235 for him. It was the only one on the market at that price. And then the night that I bought him, which was Thursday night, after I'd bought him, he skyrocketed up to 270. And I was like, I got him at the perfect time. And then the weekend league started and people started getting the team of the week pack, and obviously Future Stars 2 comes out, and people just opening packs and packing him more. At the time of recording, he's down to like 170, so I've lost a lot of money on him. But I'm hoping maybe he's one of those players which sort of just rebounds a little bit because he's OP. I don't know. Maybe there's just too many good players out in that position nowadays, and they don't need Theo Hernandez as much. But, yeah, we've essentially already lost our weekend league money just by buying him a little bit too early, I guess. If only I'd have just sold him that night and then bought him again the next day, I'd have been quids in. But you live, you learn. Hey, and it's Lasty, so he always makes a massive loss on all of his trades. So yeah, we've got a lot of Serie A going on in the team. I've also even moved Cordoba back in to replace Carlos Alberto. Figured I'd give him a go since we've got a lot of Serie A players to get a strong link in there too. So we'll give him a go, and yeah, I mean it starts 5 at the back, but don't worry, it's not sweaty. It is it moves to my regular 4-2-2. And the CDM for this week is FUT Birthday Nuno Mendes. I thought I'd give him a go. And I have to say, so far, I've been loving the guy. He has been unreal. Genuinely, he feels like as good as Hakimi was last week. But, of course, he's got 5-star, 4-star. So that really helps as well. Yeah, I mean, he covers ground incredibly well and is just a very good CDM. So, well done to him for just making it happen. What a beast. So eventually I get my way in this game. Like, I had a really high XG at halftime, but I wasn't quite scoring. But yeah, I ended up winning 4-2. He brought on a lone team of the year Mbappe just to get a little consolation goal. Seems a bit of a waste when you're already 4-1 down, but whatever floats your boat, mate. I will take my dub and I'll move on into the next game. Player of the month trio up top of Salah, Sterling, and Ronaldo. Quite expensive, actually. This guy loves an SBC, probably even more so than me. But he was good as well, so I knew I had my work cut out for me here. Lovely goal from Tammy. That's a little, like, kind of scorpion type thing. A little bit Bruno. I don't know how to say his second name. Bruno Guimaraes. All the commentators, they put the accent on as well. I don't know how to pronounce it. Bruno G from Newcastle scored a lovely goal the other night, and I scored a similar one with Tammy Abraham there. But yeah, it was 3-3 at half time. My goodness. But he had a much higher XG than me, and do you know what? I thought it was a pretty even game, and I thought maybe I even should be ahead. But when you look at the XG there, you can't really complain. But every ball seemed to just fall back to him. And obviously that Ronaldo's pretty clinical. He ended up winning 4-3. It wasn't quite such a spectacular second half. when you look at the game afterwards, yeah, probably deserved it, really, didn't he? Like, yeah, I had a lot of possession and stuff, but he had chances that should have been goals, so he made it count, and I lose my second game. It was at that point that I realised I think I do just prefer Carlos Alberto to Cordoba. I just do. So we'll put him back in there and we'll move on. It is literally just one centre-back swapping out and into the next game we go. Red timed header from Cantona there to put me 1-0 up. And then another header at the back post there from Tammy. He's been great so far. Genuinely, like, I know that's sort of like part of my title of the video or whatever, but this is... It's basically like a dream striker for me at the moment, because you know that I'm going with that aerial ability. I love my 5-star skills. A bit of pace, dribbling and shooting is great as well. And his tools, like it's got a little bit of everything for me at the moment. So I'm very happy that I did that objective. I was going to let him just slip by because I couldn't be bothered to play the live foot friendly, but I'm very glad that I did that. It's probably only because I was at the FUT HQ that I put that extra effort in to get him done. Because I don't normally play games, like, I don't normally play FIFA matches too late at night. And I guess it was sort of like 9 PM when I was playing it. Normally by then I try to wind down a bit so that my brain just sort of starts to relax and I can actually sleep rather than thinking about online FIFA matches all the time. I don't know about you guys, but it helps you sleep a little bit better if you don't get stressed out at games too late at night. So 3-3 in this one, and then Pele with a beaut of a chip. It ends up winning me the game, and it was early doors in the second half that I scored that one. So yeah, we end up winning 4-3. It's going to be my third win of the weekend league. 3-1 into the next game. Solid squad. Probably going to have issues with this guy, just looking at the way he lines up and stuff. And I definitely did have some issues with this guy. His dribbling and stuff was really... It was stressing me out. So I got the equaliser, but then I gave him a stupid sloppy goal. And I was like, you know what? This guy can have the win. It's going to affect my headspace if I just keep playing this game and get stressed out. Let's just let him have the win and move on into the next game. And I'm pretty glad I do that, because you'll see for the rest of this episode that I don't lose too many more. 1-0 up. Tammy Abraham with a lovely strike there. Eric Cantona knocks it out to Di Lorenzo. Oh, look at the quick play. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. And 8 minutes in, he's gone at 2-0. He had prime Eusebio. That'd be quite nice, wouldn't it? It'd be nice to get that out of the icon player pick later this week. I can't see it happening, though. This guy's got prime R9, mid-Hullet, mid-Cruyff even. Couple of team of the years, including Kante. It's a very scary squad, I'll be honest. But Vinny Jr., the headliner one, even better than the one that I've got, ends up scoring. I then score another red time with Eric Cantona. If that was green time, that wouldn't go in. Because it was red time, it chipped up, and that's what took it over the goalkeeper. You could say that I meant it, but I totally didn't. I end up going 2-1 up in the second half early on, and then Mkhitaryan, good shot there, green times it, but the goalie saves it, and then big Tammy winning that rebound header to knock it over the goalie, put me 3-1 up, and then it was just a case of I've got to defend. Yeah, Vinny Jr. rose higher than Di Lorenzo at the back post there to get him a goal back, but I held out and I got a dodgy win. Oh dear, 1.5 XG and I've scored 3 goals. But then I guess it doesn't count a red time shot from Cantona to be a very good chance, does it? So yeah, we're now what? 4-4-2, 5-2? I can't remember. I think we're 5-2. Puskas scores for this guy and knocks it through to Eto'o. He chips the goalkeeper. This is the other loss. I just pause and quit this one because he was going to smash me about 10-0, I think. His Puskas and Eto'o combo was just a little bit much for me that game. But I'm pretty sure the final few games here are going to end up in lasty W's. Oh, God. This guy had an odd team. He had, Cruyff and stuff, but then he also was playing the silver version of De Bruyne. I don't understand sometimes people's lineups, but then I also think maybe people are putting a lineup together that they just enjoy, and then that makes me a little bit happy that they do that, because it's not all about the constant sweat, I guess. You know, I'm a prime example of someone that can only play with the most OP players on the game. But if you can use some of those other players that you find fun, then all power to you, honestly. So 2-2 after 90 minutes. Yeah, I had loads of XG and probably should have netted a bit more. But this guy was holding his own. And it took a little bit of moment of magic there from Pele to get me that 3-2 victory. But GG's to this guy because, yeah, had a different team. Let's just say that. It's different, interesting, whatever you want to call it. I struggled. And then I came up against a full gold team. The guy's name had like cracked in it or something. So I was terrified going into this game. Because who at this form has got themselves a regular gold team at this stage in FIFA? Absolutely terrified. And, you know, exactly what I expected to happen happened. I got an early goal and then went 2-1 down. I had a goal with a 0.1 XG. He was just defending for his life, playing possession. And he was obviously clearly good. And the goal players he had were, like, OP ones, you know, your Mendy's, your Kimpembes and all of that stuff. But then I did just slow the game down a little bit, tried to take control, and it worked. So, as you can see here, what a goal. We end up winning 4-2. He quits in the end, and I was just like, yeah, that's right. See you later, pal. But yeah, he was he was good for a gold team. I don't know what he was challenging himself with or what, but that was quite something. So there's 7-3. 7-3 for the first 10 games. And I'm happy with that. You know, I need to get either 2 wins to get up to my 9 or 4 wins to get up to the 11. All, you know, both very doable. And if I go with the same exact form again in the last 10 games, then I'd get the 14 wins, which is probably not going to happen, but is possible. So, yeah, in all honesty, I think the defense is feeling pretty solid. Carlos Alberto is clear of Cordoba. Theo Hernandez, good. Very, very good. Saliba has been brilliant. And so has Di Lorenzo. Nuno Mendes has been different gravy in CDM. I love him. He's very, very good. So is Mkhitaryan. He's like an assist king. Genuinely an enjoyable player. Zidane's been doing classic Zidane things, which is just scoring bangers and holding it down in my midfield. And then 10 goals and 2 assists in 10 games for Tammy. Good start from him. I'll be honest. That is it's a good record considering the other players that I've got around him. He's scoring a goal a game. Proud of him for that. So, yeah, I think the team is in a good spot. We may lose lots of money on Theo Hernandez, but I don't really care. It was just nice to get him in the team and give him a go because it's a solid card. Tomorrow I'll play the final 10 games. I'll get those done, and we can start thinking about rewards and the other foot swap tokens or whatever they're called, and yeah, really try and push on to get this icon player pick done because I really am excited to open it, and I know you guys are excited to see it. So thanks for watching today. Do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up button. I'd love to see 3,000 likes. Thank you on this Sunday for smashing the support. I love you guys for it. And, of course, subscribe to my channel as well if you're new. Thank you. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. Both those links can be found down below. Have a lovely day, everyone. Take it easy. Stay safe. Stay healthy. I'll be back again tomorrow with some more content for you. Peace.